Good morning, I'm Amy Byington. I'm the Lee County Agriculture and Natural Resources Extension Agent, and we're going to talk about the Big Tree Challenge. So you got this set of directions in your box, and you also got a ruler if you're from Lee County. If you're from Scott County, I'm not sure if you ended up with a ruler or not, but you will need a ruler. So for the Big Tree Challenge, we are challenging you to go out and find the biggest tree that you can find with your parents and measure it. And so I'm going to show you how you can do some simple measurements to measure those trees. And if you do the measurements, we actually turn them in and a picture of you doing the measurements. If you can't take a picture and turn it in, just call our office and we'll work something out with you. But anybody that does the challenge will get a nice book on tree identification. And that way you can use, if you go out with your family, you can start identifying trees. Me and Miss Sarah, who is our intern at the office, are going to show you how to use the shadow method, which is in your set of directions. And so the shadow method, what we use is the shadow of the tree and the shadow of a ruler to figure out how tall the tree is, okay? So the directions basically say I need to take this ruler, I need to put it on the ground, and then I need to measure the shadow. So Miss Sarah has actually got a tape measure, and she is going to measure it for us. What would you say, about 9 inches? It went beyond that. I'm thinking like 10. Oh, yeah, that's good. 10? 10. So our shadow is 10 inches. We need to write that down so that we can do the math. Okay, so the next part is that we need to measure the shadow of the tree. We're now going to measure the length of the tree shadow. So me and Miss Sarah is going to take the tape measure that we have and we're going to measure that. So this is a 25-foot tape measure. We'll probably have to use it a couple of times, but you may have a bigger tape measure or smaller tape measure, but we can make it work. All right, so we're going to go do that. So we just measured the length of the shadow and we got 81.6 feet. And we're going to use that to determine our math, and we're going to show you that right now. As promised, we're now going to show you the math for the shadow method. So in your directions, it gives you these equations. So we have the ruler length, which is 12 inches, over the ruler's shadow length, which was 10 inches, equals the tree height over the tree's shadow length, which was 81.6 feet, and we convert that to inches, it's 979.2 inches. We can condense this down, and it does give you this in the handout. So tree height equals the tree shadow length, 979.2 inches, times the ruler's length of 12 inches, which gives you 11,750.4 inches. And then we need to divide by the ruler's shadow length of 10 inches. So to convert that into feet, we divide by 12 inches and we get 97.92 feet for the tree height of our tree. All right, so now we're going to do the triangle method where we use our ruler. And what we're measuring is we're actually measuring this black walnut, and you can see it's a beautiful tree. It's not too huge, but it was an easy one for us to measure. So if you end up measuring a smaller tree, that's just fine. We just want you to get out and actually measure a tree. And now I'm going to do the triangle method, and I use this. And what you have to do, and I'm going to take off my glasses for this, is you take the ruler and you stick it there on the side of your face close to your eye, and you will lift it up right there, okay? I'm going to demonstrate this, and whenever you do this, you actually want to get this lined up with the base of the tree with the ground, okay? So I'm going to turn around. I'm going to take this, lift it up, and I need to go backwards until I'm in line with the base of the tree. Right about here. Let's try it again to check it. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now I need to measure the distance from here to the tree. Miss Sarah is coming to me, and we're now going to measure using our tape measure. All right, so we just used the triangle method and we measured from each of the tree and it was 80 feet, giving us a little bit different estimate. And we can talk about that. So our two methods did give us two different answers, but they gave us a good ballpark of what the height of the tree is. Forestry is the study of trees, and if we were professional foresters, we'd be using different tools that are more accurate. There's more accurate ways of doing this, but just for our use today and for you in the future, this gives you a good idea of how tall a tree may be. Now we're going to measure tree circumference, and we're going to use a tape measure to do that. But to be able to measure that properly, we have to do it at breast height, okay? And breast height is 4.5 feet off of the ground of the tree up, okay? Reason why we do this is if I measure here, it might be different than it is up here. So depending on the height, you may measure here and I may measure down here. So we have a uniform way of measuring called diameter at breast height, and that is 4.5 feet off the ground. So Miss Sarah is going to take this, and I'm going to step my foot on it, and she's going to find 4.5 feet for us. Right here is 4.5 feet. All right. So now we're going to take our tape measure and we're going to go around the tree. So I'm going to hold it for her. And we're going to try not to bust our tape the best we can. And we're getting something like 75 inches. So our circumference is 75 inches. If you ever get into forestry, they actually have a diameter tape that you would use to figure out how many logs and things are in trees. But just so you have a good handle on how to measure trees, we've done the circumference and we've done the height. All right, so I'm going to show you the Big Tree Challenge website. So this is actually a national and state initiative. And if you have a really big tree that you think is just a huge tree, you can turn it in and see how it stacks up against the others. There's national champions and state champions that you can see. They also have what they'll help you measure and how you can turn in those tree numbers to actually figure out, hey, if this is actually bigger or not. So there's how to get involved in measurements there. You can browse trees. There's two different ways of browsing trees. We're going to search for trees because we're going to search for trees in Lee County. We can go to advanced search, go to location. We just type in Lee, and we just click search. And these are the trees that actually have been turned in for Lee County. And if they have an asterisk, they're actually state champion. So we've had a sugar maple turned in, Buckeye, shagbark hickory, but our state champions is we got a Carolina buckhorn, and you can actually click on it and you can actually see a picture of it. You can see the measurements on it. You can see who turned it in. So it's interesting to be able to get on this website and look at some of those different trees. Let's X out of that one. We have a blue ash, which is pretty uncommon. It's a Virginia champion tree. It was measured last in 2019, so not very long ago. And you can see the people there that took that picture and where that tree is actually located at. All right, let's go on down. Let's see here. We've got the state champion scarlet oak. And scarlet oak is a pretty common tree. Last measured in 2016, first time 2006. And there's that tree. And you can see its location. It's somewhere it looks like in Dryden. And you can see more information about it. So it's very interesting to get on here and see. We can go back for Scott County. So let's type in Scott and search. And Scott County doesn't have as many trees as us, but they have the state champion ginkgo. And let's find where that ginkgo is. 2019 measured. It came from Eastern China. Horticulturalist brought it. So it looks like it's a really big tree. I can see why it's the state championship. And there's a family that looks like they turned it in, and a news article about it, and just more information about where it's located at. So that's interesting. And another tree that's been entered in is a common apple tree that was put in. It's not a state champion, but it's still a pretty good sized, large apple tree, and you can see the location of it. So this has lots of good information that you can look at if you want to go back. Let's go up here home and browse trees. You can specifically just look for the national champions that are in Virginia. Okay, so the national champions are in Virginia. Here's their list. And again, you can click on them and you can find out where they are and all kinds of different things about them. So I hope you enjoy this challenge. We look forward to you submitting your pictures and measuring trees and your tree measurement estimates. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you get time to get on the website, and we hope you enjoy looking for big trees. So hope you have fun. Thanks, guys.